Hey everyone, good morning. James Azar here with the CyberHub podcast and your daily practitioner brief. I hope your week started off great. I hope you had a very, very good Monday. I know I sure did. Before we get started on today's practitioner brief, remember you can go to our website, cyberhubpodcast.com, for this entire brief in PDF format with all the links. We've done a different format today and we're going to do the same format tomorrow, simply because on Thursday we won't be broadcasting due to a Jewish holiday. So with that being said, let's get into our practitioner brief today for July 28th, where the UK and the US warn QNAP owners to upgrade the firmware to block malware. CISA and the UK National Cybersecurity Center issued an alert today about the risks of infection faced by QNAP NAS devices if QSnatch malware attacks restart. Although the attack infrastructure used in previous attacks from about early 2014 to 2017 and then again in 2018 to 2019 is not active, the agency is urging everyone to update their NAS devices as soon as possible to block future campaigns. There's a ton of intel around this whole alert that's coming out. Obviously, there's an attack in the wild that's cooking up, and they deem it necessary to issue this. This is on every single website I was looking at today while I was doing this research. Every single alert, every single thread, intel feed, this was there. So something's happening. They're just not being very forthcoming with it, and understandably why, but they are saying please do so. On our website at cyberhubpodcast.com, in our practitioner brief, you can see all the steps, all the capabilities, and everything else that is going on there in order for you to ensure that if you're using any of those QNAP NAS devices within your infrastructure, you're able to update them and do so now. Feature-rich Ensiko malware can encrypt and target Windows, Mac OSs, and Linux. Researchers have found a new feature-rich malware that can encrypt files on any system running PHP, making it a high risk for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux web servers. The malware received the name of Ensiko and is a web shell written in PHP. Attackers can use it to remotely control a compromised system and run a host of malicious activity. Researchers at Trend micro-analyzed the malware and found that it uses a symmetric Regendel 128 cipher in CBC mode to encrypt files. The researchers found that the malware can be password protected for secure access to avoid a takeover like what happened last week with Imitat when someone replaced the malware payloads with memes and GIFs. To expand the capabilities, Ensiko can load several tools, which the malware downloads from Pastebin and stores them in a directory named tools_Ensikology. A lot more on this specific malware can be found on our PDF, cyberhubpodcast.com. Please sign up for our email list. We only send you these, and then once a month we send you kind of a recap of everything we've done over the course of the month, from a practitioner brief, from our CISO talk, and our Tech Corner segment, so you can stay up to date with all of our content. A few other headlines, you can find in our practitioner brief today, where Garmin has confirmed a ransomware attack. Office 365 adds a new feature to help identify malicious spam, and hackers who replaced an Imitat payloads with GIF images, and encryption is under full frontal nuclear assault by US bills. A very interesting piece about the backdoor to encryption and the bills that are currently going through the House of Representatives. And a source code from a dozen and more companies has been leaked online. Links to all those stories with a lot more detail can be found on our practitioner brief at cyberhubpodcast.com. Put that website right there for you so you guys can see it. That's it for our practitioner brief today. Again, we'll be back on Twitter tomorrow. We've been boycotting Twitter for 48 hours. I got a bunch of questions yesterday about why I wasn't on Twitter. Got a few messages from people saying, hey, you're not really tweeting anything unless it's pre-scheduled. Yes, we're boycotting Twitter as part of the No Space for Jew Hate campaign, joining hundreds of thousands of other folks in really not boycotting Twitter, but just staging a virtual walkout from the platform until they start to address a lot of the hate and anti-Semitism that's being spewed on Twitter recently. And so with that being said, we'll be back on Twitter tomorrow, so look for me there then. And if you want to connect with us today, you can do so on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and any other social media channel you wish, including LinkedIn. That's it for our practitioner brief today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We'll be back with more tomorrow. Until then, folks, stay cyber safe.